think so. I think we got it. I don't know, bro. What's up? I had to come outside, so hold on. Let me put this light together. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me just lower this shit. What's up? Where's my man T History, bro? Salute, everybody. Let me see. Should I stand? If I stand, I gotta come back here, bro. Hold on. Let me hook this up here. I had to come outside, bro. So hold on. I'm gonna take me off the camera, bro. Hold
You
on.
good?
This thing is all
Thanks for
friggin' messed
y'all,
up.
everybody. IP friendly, everybody. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for your patience. But dealing with me,
All right.
this happens every time anyway. So we're
Yeah,
just
the
right on.
devil.
We're basically on time. Now it works this way. It's never smooth. It has to work like this. Happy
I
holidays.
No doubt. I came outside, so at least I showed up. The kids came with their friends. I'm like, oh, come on, bro. That's why I wanted to do it earlier. Remember when I told you 4 or 5 o'clock?
Right,
But it's all good, bro. I'm here. What's good,
right.
bro? Salute,
So
everybody.
okay, right. That's what's up. First of all, it's there, but I like to tell the people, let the people know from from North Kakalaka all the way to across the globe. Let everybody know who you are, sir.
I My name is Said, aka Little Mario, and I'm with the Once
Okay.
Upon a Time show. You know. What's up? Let me light one of these up. Cigarette. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. I'm like, did he leave?
Not yet.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I,
basically
I
that's my
just
name. Yeah.
yeah, I want you once you smoke your bogey, I want you to just tell us where you're originally from and how it was back in the days growing up.
Okay, so you want me to start from the beginning? Gotcha. Hold on. Mm, boom. Anyway, my name is Sade, aka Little Mario. Sade comes from graffiti. Back in the days in the 80s, I used to write graffiti. So Sade was the chosen name that, it was given to me because technically search and destroy everything. So everything I used to get, I used to tag it up, little tags. I was one of them toys, at first. Then I started doing art with my brother, but then I left that. I got into the break dancing and the graffiti and all that other stuff that came with it, the drugs and all that. But I'm from Sunset Park, Brooklyn. I grew up in Sunset Park. I was raised in Park Slope. I was going back and forth. So back in them days, in the 80s, it was mainly hip hop just started in the beginning, So we were up rocking. People from Brooklyn started up rocking. Then we got into the graffiti thing. Then we had graffiti crews. So now we had crews and posses roaming the streets. So all the outlaws, because we used to have outlaws back in the day, the dirty one, La Familia, the assassinators. These guys, they look like bikers, but you know what I'm talking about. If you're from New York, what are outlaws? But them guys were all getting locked up. So we started taking control of the streets. Then the crack era came out. So basically, we were selling cracks 83, 84. I was 13, 14 years old then, you know, started selling crack and I left all that break dancing and graffiti thing behind. And I'm like, well, I want to start making money.
Right.
Started making money and, I started seeing that a lot of OGs that were coming home, they were, doing it. And I'm like, wow, all these OGs doing it. Let me try it. And that's how I started my addiction. I began
Okay.
smoking woolies, started smoking crack, then I started doing heroin, and it was like bon voyage from there. But
Right.
I had to take it back
So
to the 80s.
yeah, that's what I wanted you to. You jumped out there, but that's good. You explained some things. So that's what I was gonna ask you as well. What was so when? What was your your first little run into with Popo then?
Wow. The first time I ever had handcuffs put on me was when I was about 13, 14 years old, and it was for Rob. I used to take hubcaps from the tires back then, they were worth $20 for each tire. So there was this I'm not gonna say mafia guy, but he was an Italian guy that owned a certain shop that he said, "Hey Mario, you get me some of these and I pay you." And that's how I started making money robbing hubcaps. And one day I went into a high school. It's Bishop Ford High School. It's in Park Slope. It's a Catholic school. I don't know if y'all know about Bishop Ford, but I went in there because I seen some spokes, some nice spokes. And when I got them and I walked out the gate with them, there was cops waiting for me. I'm like, oh shit. They're like, you know what, young man, we were watching you since you came into the gate. You were looking all paranoid, hiding, because I was all paranoid, taking off the thing, looking around. They seen the whole thing laughing and caught me right at the gate, you know? So basically, what happened there, they took me to the precinct. My mom came down, signed me out. It was one of them things. They gave me a DAT, but it got bigger because I had lied about my age. I said, I was 13, 14, and I think I was 14 turning 50. I really don't know the age, but they got me for obstructing governmental administration. So I went from juvenile court. Now I had to go to an adult court because I was over 16 or some kind of adult thing there. So they locked me up in juvenile court and just crossed the street, and we went to criminal court, but they let me go. And that was basically like, oh shit, I've been locked up. And I told the OGs, but then they started telling me about Rikers Island, and I'm like, I'm never gonna go there. But eventually I did. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Will
hubcaps.
you? So we'll go to the next thing. What would you say was like one of the first dangerous street encounters that you had?
Street encounters.
Yes.
Um, Now, being from Sunset Park, Brooklyn, like I said, we had a lot of crews. There was a crew that was known to be our enemy. We were LM Posse, Los Mafiosos, live motherfuckers from Sunset Park. They had another crew. Oh, my bad if I'm cursing. I mean, is it all right? Sometimes I slip. I could just
It's okay.
cool the
Just try
cursing. All
to
right.
just
All
right,
right, no
right.
bad, no doubt, no doubt. There was another crew called MOD, Masters of Disasters. Now they were like the bully of the neighborhood. So basically, LM Posse, Los Mafiosos, is like a bunch of guys that got together to end that. So we were fighting against MOD. So one time there was a store, and they caught me inside the store. All right, let me just back it up because I just jumped. All right, I went to see my girlfriend on 41st Street and Fifth Avenue, which is MOD territory. Now, when I came out of our house, I walked inside a store and everything was clear. When I came out the store, and I was about what, 15 or 16. This all happened when I was 15 and 16. After that, I just got crazy. But when I came out the store, they were all waiting for me. There's like five different guys with bats, and all. That's the first time I ever got beat down with bats. I mean, they were bouncing my head on the floor, kicking me, bah, bah. And bro, I caught the beating of my life. I thought I was gonna get killed, But lucky it was just a beat down because, like I said, I was a kid. I started crying, and but it got deeper after that. So in the streets, it started getting worse because I was the youngest out of the crowd. They're like, oh man, they just beat up Satan. I was all lumped up. It was a scary moment because anybody could have poked me, anybody could have shot me. But thank God back then it was all about fighting head up and you catch a beat down and that's it. But like I said, it just got wilder during the years. So that was a scary encounter. Besides when I got shot, but that's later. This is all when I was young.
Right.
When
So
I was
how
shot,
was
it wasn't
the
that scary. Yeah.
so like so when the time what was the time frame? How late in the '80s, and what was the atmosphere? How was outside looking at the time that just happened that you was just talking about?
During that era, everything to me, everything was dirty. Trash everywhere, graffiti everywhere. The burnt buildings were about to be fixed, but they were just abandoned, were all covered up and all. So there wasn't like a burnt in buildings that addicts come in and out of. They already closed that down, so they were just trying to fix it or whatnot. So That's the era that I grew up when everything was getting fixed. In the 70s, that's when it was all a dump. I was still a kid back then. Don't remember that far. Graffiti everywhere, dirt everywhere, and a lot of people everywhere, drug dealers, graffiti groups, crews everywhere. Every block there's a different group. It ain't just this territory, 10 blocks. No, 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 no. This block right here is ours. That block is yours. That block is yours. So every time you walk, you're walking into somebody's territory. That's how it was back then in New York. It wasn't all about this whole neighborhood is ours. No, no, no. This block is ours. Later on it became, this territory was ours, but I'm just saying, when I was growing up, this block was ours, that block was yours. Now we got to cross, get into a fight, and it was always a fight every friggin' day. It was always popping off. That's the type of life that we lived in Brooklyn. I don't know about any other county, but I mean borough, but I bet
Mhm.
they did.
Right. When all right, so when you was running the streets at this time, like I said, when was the first time that you your trials and tribulations start to begin of like doing a bid or like your first time getting locked up?
when
What
I got
was like
shot, I got shot on Troutman and Knickerbocker. I had already had my son, my first son. He's about 30 now, but he was just born. I was trying to, get a place for my girlfriend back then, and we had moved to Star and Knickerbocker. So living on Star and Knickerbocker now, I'm in a different neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I was still humble, and I was trying to change my life because I just got a son. You know what I'm saying? But the streets were still in me, just because I'm from another neighborhood, I'm still want to make money. My name is Said, and I still get down because I always go with the hands. But this was now 90, 91. People wasn't fighting no more. Now they were shooting. So back in
right.
the 90s, starting the 90s, all that stopped with the fighting. Now, everybody was selling a lot of manteca, a lot of heroin back,
Hmm.
in on Knickerbocker. I wanted to start making money or whatever. I try to be humble and, okay, I know that's his time. I know that's their time. So nobody's here at this time. So I'm going to, do my thing during that time until they caught on to it. They're like, yo, you can't be doing that, this and that. And of course, I started with my thing. And the guy just came up to me one day and just shot me in the chest, just to make a long story short. Shot me in the
Wow.
chest. And I was like, oh, so that's how they're playing now. And I don't know what happened, but something ticked in their mind. I mean, in their mind, in my mind, that I didn't care no more. I started doing heroin. I started forgetting about my son, my kid. I mean, my girlfriend. I wasn't coming home anymore. I was breaking night. I was robbing people. I mean, I just started going crazy. My family didn't want me anymore because they were like, oh, look, he turned into a tecato. Now we don't trust you, hiding their purses and all. So now I'm roaming the streets of New York like, damn, where am I going to sleep today? Let me just snatch this chain or whatever. Matter of fact, let me do this so I could head to Rikers Island or go through the system, because back then you were still going a week through the system. So you could stay a whole week going from station to station before you even hit the courts. You know what I'm saying? By the time you hit the court, they ROR you. So I already knew that trick. As a homeless person, I used to play them little tricks. So my cases started adding up, like a dick. But anyway,
So so will you just speed up to like or just get to like your first encounter with going being incarcerated?
the first time I've been incarcerated, I went to C783, and this is the first time that I had cut somebody. Now, the reason why I had to do that was because I wanted to use the phone. Now, my boy Swan, salute to Swan if he's even watching, because I told everybody I was gonna be on your thing. But my boy Swan from Sunset Park had told me, "Yo, say, if you want to use that phone, this is what you have to do. Everything
Hmm.
that we've been teaching you when you was young, this and that." Because this is the first time I ever hit the island. I
Right.
didn't even talk about when I was in the Brooklyn house and all that, when they tried to rape me. I mean, that's another day. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna go to this part right here. But anyway, for me to get on that phone, basically I had to put in work, cut somebody or whatever, and they were watching. I didn't have a razor. Now get this. Back then, also, besides learning how to fight, they taught you how to make weapons before you even go in there as a kid. Oh, this is the way you do it. Now somebody had taught me the cigarette trick. So basically, I took a cigarette, melted it down, whatever, and caught the first herb on the foam and did my thing or whatever. Just to make a long story short, because view discretion is advised. But I
Right.
had told the story on my show, so they could just look
So,
over there. I told everything. But yeah, so basically after that, I felt like, oh man, that felt good. Number one, I didn't get jumped because I had people watching my back, which was bad but good in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So when I got back home, that followed me. Yo, say put in this work or whatever. Hell yeah, this and that. So by the time I became Nieta, whatever, I didn't have to prove nothing. The name was already there. Say, oh yeah, you could be down with us if you want. And that's how that began. But ever since that time, I came home. I was supposed to go back to court or whatever. Went to Phoenix House. Like I said, I split Phoenix House. I had a warrant on me, and now they were looking for me. And this is where I joined Nietas. I was in the streets, bumped into somebody. They introduced me to them. So when I got locked up the second time, this is when I walked into the war. I'm just fresh Nieta. I'm like, all right, this and that. What's going on? I'm in C95. Going to the yard, and basically it popped off that day. And that's the day that I got cut. Because I mean, it got so crazy that the yells you could still hear to this day. And I don't bullshit because I talk about it on my channel and everybody else's channel. The nightmare, the people screaming that day that was stabbed up, cut up, or whatever. And me trying to say one of my brothers, one of my manitos, I get stabbed up and all that because everybody was running.
right.
I mean, it was crazy. And I walked into that. I'm like, wow, it's crazy, bro.
Right.
This is how it's going on now. So now I had to get into the game because they cut me up, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And that shit wasn't no joke. So I don't really want to get into what happened because, like I said that all in my stories. But you know, after that, it was just anytime you go over that bridge, your mindset has to be, it's time to put in work. Forget about all that other stuff in the street. We're cool and we're not cool no more. That's it. This is what's gonna happen. I wasn't a
Right.
killer. I wasn't a guy that was doing this and that, but I was doing mine as a nieta. That's it. Well,
Right.
everybody else that was getting whatever, that's on them. You know.
So fair to say, like I was gonna ask you your first dangerous um encounter being locked up, but that's basically would be
That's
it, right?
That
Yeah.
was the first one. The
Okay.
second one was the other story that I said about that we stomped a guy out until he pooped on himself and razors came out and he's chasing me with razors and he's cutting everybody else up. And it was wild because I caught a bad beating by the COs, not by the inmates, by him. The COs kicked the F out of us. That's how that happened. Hey, that's how that happened. They knocked my teeth out, bro.
Wow.
And it was serious because back then when the turtles tell you, hey, hit the floor and you don't hit the floor, even if you hit the floor, they kicking you. Boom! And they got these boots, they got them big sticks. And if you hit that floor, they're gonna make sure you're gonna hit it harder. So it doesn't matter whether you was involved or not, you was gonna get your ass kicked. I got my head cracked, my tooth knocked out. I mean, I caught the beating of my life by the COs. So that was my second encounter. I was like, damn, I'm getting it from both sides, you know, or abused. That's why I
So
got deeper into the nieta thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm against the
right.
abuse, and that's that's when it blew up. But
So
yeah,
that's
Baba, yeah.
basically because I was gonna ask you another question. Could you explain how the gang activity was in Rikers from the differences from the 80s and the 90s? But basically that's how it was going down as far as you see it on a day-to-day basis once once being
Ba-
affiliated with the NETAS.
Basically, it in the '80s, it was all street crews and all that. Once Latin Kings came out, Nietas came out, then Bloods hit, and all them other things that everybody got united. So basically, now I could walk to the Bronx, to Manhattan, to Queens. I thought I was a king because now they had two Nietas. We used to call them dos clases de nietas. You got nietas de la calle, which is nietas from the street, and you got nietas de preso, which is nietas, the real ones that are in prison. And that's the way you're supposed to run. Now, when I first started, I always thought that, yo, this is a new gang because I just came from that era. Street crews, we were outlaw gang banging. Latin Kings came out. They were, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's, yeah. So I started from the street. But at the time I got into jail, like I said, I walked into the thing. I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? Yo, Papa, this is different, bro. This ain't the streets in here, Papa. In here, you better do it. I'm like, oh, shit. That's when I started noticing the difference. Yo, this ain't no gang, bro. This ain't nothing to play with, you know? So I had to learn the hard way. And basically, I was one of them that learned the hard way, you know? So I went from being a street gang nieta to becoming a Asociación Pro Derecho al Confinado, you know, nieta, real nieta, the way you're supposed to run. And everybody, it wasn't that, yeah, a lot of people say, yeah, I was in there by myself. I didn't have to. It's true. A lot of people did, but you was always under, you knew somebody that was either a blood, a king, a nieta, or whatever, because I don't care. Nobody was just walking around by themselves and didn't know nobody that'll say, yo, that's my brother. That's my boy. Untouched, you know, to me anyway. You had to be one of them four families: Nietas, King, Bloods, and like, well, Nietas, Kings, and Bloods at first. Then you get all these other gangs coming later. But at first, it was just three families out there: La Familia, Zulu Nation, and all that. Yes, you had that. That was mainly in the streets. In jail, they tried, but I don't know what happened. I mean, I'm not them.
Yeah, so how does that transfer? Like, so how did you do when you, I would say, with your second time of being locked up and released? How does it transfer from you being a neta? I always mess up saying that correctly, but your
Nieta,
gang affiliation
nieta.
and neta
Yeah.
and to once you went back on the street. So that the second of the last time that you got locked up and you went back home, what was that like?
Now,
And
when I went back home, I was meeting people that were coming home, you know what I'm saying, from upstate or whatever. And basically, this was like 97, 98 or whatever, when they started, people from Puerto Rico were watching. They were like, yo, what's going on here? You know, and a lot of people tell me, yo, Papa, you running wrong. But, and they started breaking it down to me and this and that. And by the time I went back to the island, basically, I didn't run in there like, I'm Nieta. I just, how you supposed to run. Keep your mouth shut and just observe, do your own thing, and people observe, say, yo, ese hermanito right there, he nieta, bro. Don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to no more walk in like this, So they were trying to teach us. I was one of the ones, like I said, when I went in wild. By the time I came out, they broke it so much to me. I was like, damn, bro, this is the way I gotta walk. So I had to come to the streets and break it down to everybody. Listen, hermanito, this is the way we're supposed to run. A lot of people got it, a lot of people didn't, but it's another story. Like I said, I had to learn the hard way.
right. That's a key question too that I was gonna get to is when if I don't want to speed it up that much that you don't get the information out, but when did you really learn the hard way? What time did you do your bid? What bid did you do that you started getting it that you had enough?
Well, basically, I never, like I said, I never did a bid. I was used to do skid bids. A year here, 6 months. They always stood on the island. The only time that I hit upstate, like I said, when I went to Phoenix House, they brought us to Marcy, and from Marcy, you come down through KSAC or whatever that is, ASAC, Task or whatever. You come down to Phoenix House, and then I just skipped them. So I never went upstate after that. After 98 is when I started. I already got my sanction already. I got my sanction. I mean, whatever happened to me happened. 98, 99, we started breaking stuff up, and I started running, you could say, like a robot or whatever. When I went back in 2000, 2001, 2002, I came home. I came straight out here to North Carolina, and I said, "That's it. I give up. I changed my life." Blah blah blah. Never looked back. I go every year to visit. Yes, but I'm not with none of that no more. Got a family. I got all this out here. So after 98, basically, I was just pushing myself little by little because I was getting tired of everything, getting
Right.
tired of all the crap. And, why am I fighting for you, bro? You know what I'm saying? You're not even, you're starting stuff and I got to end it for you. Or, you're an abusador. And just because you're my brother, now I got to, no. I mean, I started pushing myself away from it. So,
Right.
and
But
even
then,
when I
but
got locked up in 2000, 2001, there was no more. By 2000, 2001, 2002, when I went back, like I said, there was hardly maybe a five in the whole island that was saying, "Yo, I'm Nieta." They basically were broken up. The
right,
Bloods had taken over. Kings were always there. So basically, I had to walk like, yo, this is the way we run, bro. They call that song. I'm against the abuse. I'm not with that shit. And fuck it, I'm gonna do my time and get out of here. And they respected that.
right.
And I had to do my thing at first, of course. But
Oh, so you
towards the
saying,
end, yeah, huh?
yeah? So you basically on your last bid, the last time that you was back, you just went a straight and narrow for the most part.
Exactly. And like I said, if you probably remember or people remember back then, they were hitting us hard because of the Madrina thing. They had a RICO on Nietas, and everybody that was getting locked up, they were like, hey, come here. What do you know about this person? Joanna, Madrina, this and that. And if you was part of the junta like I was from, they bounced me, like I said. I went to NIC first because they had me as some kind of big gang member. I'm like, hold on a minute, bro. I wasn't no gang member. And they try to scare me from NIC. They put me to HDM. They put me to the Beacon. I got chased out the friggin' Beacon. I mean, I was like, yo, hold on, bro. Whatever happened before that the Nietas ruined stuff, this is the way we run, bro. I'm not with all that. This is me. My name is Mario, blah, 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 blah. Y yo soy el manito de corazón. And I'm against this right here. And people were like, oh, shit. So basically, they respected it because I kept it real. And I just did my time and I came out. But there was nobody there. And I said these stories, I was scared, bro, because I could have got killed a lot of times, bro. Trinitarios were everywhere, Bloods were everywhere. You didn't see no nietas anymore. Everybody gave up. They were like, nah, se acabó.
Is that something that you witnessed through your travels while any of the experience? Did you witness somebody being put down through any of those times?
Did I witness anything like, what, inside or outside?
Well, inside.
Inside, I seen a lot of stuff happen, and I can't really say what happened, but,
Right,
a lot of violence happened.
right,
Outside, I witnessed something, like I said, and that's what was the whole Rico thing about with the Madrina, because they had put down somebody, and that somebody I knew. Everybody hanged out with them, and they were part of that Junta Central. They had a Junta Central for Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, Bronx, Staten Island. They had a different Junta. He was the president of Brooklyn. I was part of Brooklyn. So when whatever happened to that man, that's why I got transferred to Manhattan. Then I moved to Spanish Harlem, Taino Towers, and all that, and that's where that era came. But I wanted to get away because I knew the feds were looking into whatever happened. So when they caught me in 2000, they were like, "You were part of this and that," and I don't know nothing, bro. I don't know nothing.
right.
If you got evidence, do what you gotta
Prove it.
do.
Prove it. Yeah.
Exactly. You know.
Right.
So
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, they
So
they they were locking anybody up, bro. And everybody had a Rico. Bloods, Crit. If you were claiming any gang, you had a Rico. That's why you gotta watch what you say sometimes. I'm not part of that no more.
I got you. Oh, he blanked out. So much not a part of it anymore. He disappeared. Oh man. Hopefully we can get him back. Oh, Super Mario, you have to pull another magic trick. There you go.
I got flushed.
He said,
Everybody knows I
yeah,
got flushed.
yeah. he got, God, you got out of this so much that you just disappeared. Listen, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go ahead and just jump into playing the question game that I do with
No doubt, no
everybody,
doubt. Do
and
your
then
thing.
we'll get back to like just the second half and finish it up. So you ready? Basically, I just asked you a question. And it's just to your answer. It's not a right or wrong question. It's just that I'm gonna ask you something. You take the best answer for you.
Right, right.
You ready to go? I see you, True Les.
Do your thing, bro.
Um,
Do your thing. Salute to the
uh,
chat. I can't see you, but salute.
yeah, you got a lot of people in here. Everybody got love for the Mario. True's in here. Lionel Hill, Zad, IP, everybody, Tommy, Honda Mommy, everybody, the family, basically. All right, we're gonna go with first off, build or destroy.
Oh, you're asking me the questions? Either I build or
Yeah,
I destroy.
yeah.
Now I like to build.
All right. Uh, sativa, indica, or mids?
Hey, I like indica.
All right. City of God, blood in or blood out?
Blood in and blood out.
Car or SUV?
Car.
Slim or thick?
Chunky.
Natural or weave?
Natural or weave? Natural. I like natural.
Thotty or wifey?
If I'm gonna be with you, you're gonna be my wifey. No more. I'm 55, bro. I mean, not 55. I'm 52, bro. Damn, I'm getting old. Yeah,
Chicken or
wifey.
beef? Chicken or beef?
Mm. I like my beef, but I also like my chicken. I prefer chicken, healthier, I guess. I don't know.
Us or me?
Today is my family and me, us. But basically, if I'm by myself, then it's always going to be me first. I mean, today's my family, us. I don't
Paper
know if
or
you get it, but yeah,
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 I
yeah.
got you. I got
Uh-huh.
you. Paper or plastic?
I like paper. I don't like plastic.
Gangster or gentleman?
Now I'm a gentleman.
New Year's Eve or 4th of July?
And New Year's Eve.
Selena or J Lo?
J Lo. I gotta go with J Lo.
Singer or music player?
Singers.
Coke, crack, or heroin?
How about everything together? Well, heroin. Heroin.
um, Happy Days or I Love Lucy?
Mm. Cause I like both of them, but I used to like Happy Days better.
Gloria Estefan or Rosie Perez?
Gloria Estefan.
Kid
Rosie,
Capri.
what you? Yeah, yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
Kid Capri. I know. Kid Capri or DJ Doo Wop?
I don't know who's due up, so Kid Capri. Maybe I do know who, but Kid Capri.
Yeah. Beat Nuts or Cypress Hill?
Cypress Hills.
Roller skates or roller blade?
Roller skates all the way.
Soda or juice?
Juice.
Blunts, wraps, or papers?
Haha, everybody knows I like smoking my papers.
90s rap or 80s rap?
um, well, that's a tough one because I listen to both mixed 80s and 90s. But okay, if I want to just chill and just be a b-boy, I like the 80s. If I want to be a thug and hardcore, 90s. So it all depends how I feel. It's true.
Adidas or Nike?
Nike all the way.
Shoes or sneakers?
Well, I'm always wearing sneakers, yeah. Nike.
Dancer or wall hanger?
Oh, I'm a dancer all the way. Y'all know that.
High or sober?
Huh? Hi. But on medication.
Rich or
Medication
wealthy?
meaning cannabis, not no pills. No, I don't take pills. Just to let people know, my medication is THC, CBD, Delta 8. I always speak about it, so just to get that clear. Anyway, go ahead. Haha.
Rich or wealthy?
Man, I'm greedy, bro. I'd rather be wealthy, rich, no doubt.
Fast food or home meal?
Hmm? Now I like fast food. I'm a chef, so I used to like to cook, but now I like fast food. My bad.
That's all you, bro. Movie or documentary?
Oh man. I like movies that are for real documentaries. So, that falls on that category. I love documentaries because it's for real. And I like movies that it's about true things, not fake stuff. So let's just, documentary movies. Yeah.
Yeah, if you Gabriel Iglesias or George Lopez?
George Lopez. I don't know who's the other one.
Baseball or handball?
Handball.
Peace or violence?
Now, peace.
Job money or drug money?
Job money.
Yesterday, today, or tomorrow?
Today.
Okay. Well, that wraps it up. Except that that was a question that I was gonna have off of you hustling. When you was out there in the streets in the '80s, how much?
Mhm.
What was the most amount of money that you counted when you was out there?
Now, I can't say that I counted a lot of money because number one, my cousins, they were, let's say, the one that ran the spots. I used to be the manager, but I started as the person selling the stuff. That's when I started using. Then they trusted me and I ran with their stuff. You know how that goes. So I mean, basically, in a day, and this was no lie, selling crack, you could make at least $1,000 in a day. In an hour or two, I could make $100, $200 like this. Boom, 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 and I'm
Mhm,
out. But the only
mhm.
problem was, you know, back then we used to go to Latin quarters, we used to go to 40 Deuce. Every time we made money, we
You
spend
spent
money.
it, yeah.
Exactly. We used to wear the jewelry, the Adidas, the Kangol. I still have Kangos and all that. We used to spend a lot of money. So all that money was, of course, getting high, spending it on clothes and everything, and going out to party. The famous place,
Oh,
40 Deuce or Coney Island. I mean.
he can't see it. My big bro IP said he'd still outcook you.
We could see, Papa. You probably can, bro. The other day I
He
tried
probably
to cook.
said,
Yeah, yeah.
no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the other day I cooked a lasagna and True and everybody was watching and I'm showing the people, hey, I made a lasagna. Yo, and the shit went boom right on the floor, bro. Shit, I still cook
Oh,
that shit.
damn.
King.
Yeah, 3 second count. Yeah, 3 second count. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I talk. Thanks for coming. If they only knew, thanks for coming, bro. Um, where was I at? So, damn, what I asked you about the money. So, like I asked you the last time, could you put in this perspective one thing about like your road to recovery from like getting out of addiction? I want to know like your last prison stint. What type of effect did it have on you to kind of turn your life around? I want to get on that. Like what like kind of got little Mario to get his shit together?
Boom. Let's go to 2002. I get out of prison. Well, not prison. I get off the island. I go to Brooklyn, visit my mother, my brother. I take maybe 5 minutes to say hello to everybody. I get on the train, go on a Greyhound straight to North Carolina. I meet my girl. Me and her together. We have a kid or whatnot. 5 to 6 years later, I was like, hey, I left New York. Everything is all good or whatnot. I just had my boy. and my daughter was, she's my wife was still pregnant or whatnot, but I had gotten laid off. Now my dad is the same name as me, so what I did, I used his name, did credit card thing, and yo, I went crazy. I blew it up. What I didn't know was that he was alive. He was a state over in Atlanta, and he already started pressing charges on whoever. So basically what happened was I had mailed something to my house by mistake. They tracked it down and they were like, yo, we investigating this whole household for credit card fraud, identity fraud. I was like, oh shit. So I turned myself in, of course. I got a lawyer and everything. And number one, my son seen when the police came to knock on the door and to pick me up. That I listen, we got to question you about this and that, what's going on. I'm like, damn, bro, he's seen that affected me because I already told him, I changed my life, this and that. And look, the cops were on the door, you know. When I went to the precinct down here, they call it the county jailhouse or whatnot. They had called my dad, and I spoke to him. I'm like, "Hey, this is your son." He's like, "Junior." They call me Junior because I'm his son, and I'm Mario,
Mm-hmm.
whatever's my last name, and Senior, Junior. You know how it go. But anyway,
Right.
and he was like, "That was you." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm turning myself in now. I'm just letting you know that was me, bro. I took the time. They gave me 8 months for that. To make a long story short, I'm just gonna say they gave me 8 months for it. It was much more, but they broke it down because I caught to it and I told them how I did it. And my father said he's not gonna press charges or whatever. I ended up in Craggy Prison. My dad, after 30 years that I haven't seen him, came to visit me in the prison, bro. And the day before that, like I said, every time I say a prayer, bro, God, please, I want to change my life. And look, I'm back where I started from, this and that. Something happened. When I said a prayer, my dad came and he said, my son, I forgive you, this and that. I want to meet my grandkids. When I got out of prison in 2008, ever since then, I was like, yo, that's it. I started building my business or whatever. I started working wherever. Boom, COVID started. And that's where everybody started meeting me on here. I had gotten laid off. I started getting comfortable. And I had forgotten everything that I just went through, forgot about all that. Started buying pills again because I wanted to get high. Couldn't find no more pills. Somebody introduced me to Manteca again.
Mm.
500 miles away, I found it out here. But little did I know, I'm in North Carolina. They don't have Manteca, bro. They have fentanyl. They were mixing
Right.
fentanyl with methadone, this and that. Yo, I overdosed 2 times before I actually
Wow.
woke up and I said, that's it. I give up. Now, December, going on January, and y'all could look at my first video was January something, 2000. It's going to be 1 year that I'm clean ever since I relapsed last year after
Mm-hmm.
19 years clean, bro. After
Damn.
19
That's
years
good.
clean, I relapsed. And it took 2 times overdoses for me to say, oh shit. But it doesn't have to be nobody out there, bro. You don't have to do that, bro. Remember where you come from. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I did. I forgot. I got comfortable. Let me try one
Right.
more time. My heart
Mm-hmm.
couldn't take it, bro. Couldn't take it. That's when I say, yo,
Right.
that's it, bro. I woke up. And bro, now we opening up another store. I don't know if you know about the green room, but we just opened up a second location. Thanks to me, of course, because I've been putting in that work. And now we got so big. We got people like True, he bought from me, people in Florida, people in Alaska, everywhere. We got customers and salute. We getting big. And if it wasn't for me changing or whatever, I would not have had none of this, bro. And that's why I'm saying every morning I'm busy. I'm running around. I'm running around. By
Right.
noon, 1 o'clock, I'm relaxed because I'm paid,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it. I enjoy it. Thank you. And that's the
Exactly.
good thing. Could support the
Mm-hmm.
family now again. But I could have lost my life, bro. Because I slipped. I slipped. And nobody has to slip.
It's not easy though, bro. That's what when me and Tommy was talking the other day, and
Right.
that's why he has a good platform over there. You was
Right.
there, but
Yeah. And I was
I'm
telling
gonna
Tommy,
thought
get.
that I was just gonna I should have I'm gonna wait a little bit on it because it's just a little kind of a low blow, funny little joke between you, your past, and something that I seen you say the other day. Um,
Okay.
So that happened. It takes a lot. That's one thing that people. That's why, like again, I appreciate Tommy so much. Another shout out to the brother Che Hercules because
Salute
he
to
be out
Sami.
there
Say
showing love to people, and I don't know if he has any like because of his family members or if he had any dealing with dabbling himself or whatever, but he
right.
tries to support the people in need and stuff like that. And that's what is good with the community that we have. All these channels, a lot of us are like cousins and brothers to each other, at least 8 to 10 different channels. So
Hmm.
with dealing with addiction and at least like trying to help people or have good conversations and try to be positive and stuff like that. So that's why I like ended it up. That's why I'm trying to get to this place. So, you're doing good. You went to North Carolina. You got your place down there, doing better than you was doing at NYC. So now we move to this as we come to the end of this little journey. Um, how did you come along with YouTube, and what are your ideas for YouTube?
How did I come along? How did I come on here?
Yes.
Like started? Well, last year. I mean, like I said, before I had stopped, I always say a prayer, and that's the good thing about prayer, and I believe in prayer. I had said a prayer and I said, please, take me away from this. I already had relapsed 2 times. And I said that story the next day on until today, I haven't picked up yet because of that prayer. You know what I'm saying? Now, out of nowhere, like I said, COVID started. I was getting clean this and that. I was getting bored. I just started watching YouTube out of nowhere. I started watching Wildcat on the lockout. Salute to my bro, Warpath on the lockout.
Mm-hmm.
Solo. Started watching these people. They were talking about their life in jail. And I'm like, oh, I remember that. Oh, shit, I remember this. And I was getting intrigued. And I'm like, hold on a minute. Once upon a time, I used to do that. Once upon a time, I used to get high also. Maybe if I was to go out there, start talking, and that's when I started to do the once upon a time. So once upon a time, I used to walk like a thug, grill on my face.
Oh man, he keeps doing this magic trick. Once upon a time, he was just up here live. Oh no. Okay.
Flushed again, that had to come. Especially when I sang the Once Upon a Time. But anyway, that's how that came about. And I started telling people, once upon a time, I was an addict, just like you. Once upon a time, I was on methadone. I thought I could never get off. I got off of it. This is my story. Once upon a time, I was on Rikers Island too. And what the Bloods was saying, oh, we wiped them out. Bro, you didn't wipe them out, bro. They just stopped representing. They just stopped getting locked up and started building a family and said, take over the island, take over New York. Who cares, bro? That's how I feel. It wasn't no more, oh, this is my spot. No, no, that's your phone. Take your phone now. So that was getting me mad. So that's how the Rikers Island story started. Oh, yeah, I didn't wipe out NETAS, bro. This is what really happened. And also, I'm an addict. So, yes, a lot of us were addicts, but I changed my life. And look, I still look good. Maybe I lost some teeth, but there was a reason, and it was maybe the
Right.
drugs and also the kicked in the face a few times.
Right.
But I'm still here to let you know that you can do it. You could lead the gang stuff. You could lead the drug thing. Because once upon a time, I was there. Then I
See, that
started
was a right.
making friends,
That's what
and
I
here
was.
I
I
am
was.
almost every day. Yeah.
It's, it's nobody in there that said. That's what I was gonna say. Did Shaquille say sorry?
we we talked about it. I mean, Shaquille was laughing because he was like, "Yo, Mario, straight up and down, bro. I didn't know that it was you that got kicked in the face." I'm like, "Yeah, that was me, bro." And he was like, "You know what? I remember this," and we were talking just like with Pimp. When I told the story about Pimp, even with Bad Vibes, a little to Bad Vibes because he was
Yeah,
in the
that's my
yard that
boy.
day that I got stabbed up, But I don't like mentioning names, and in all my story, I tell
Yeah,
people I'm not gonna say who what, but this is what happened to this person, and blah blah blah. But now they're mentioning names, so here you go. But
yeah.
we never
Shout
talk
out to
about
Bad
it.
Vibe.
No doubt. Salute to them. We just laugh about it now. That's the past, you know. And no, Shaquille didn't say sorry. I didn't say sorry or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Salute to the OG, bro. He's doing good
And
too,
that's
bro.
what I told you. Yeah, because I
He's
seen the
doing
other day
good too,
when
bro.
he was on the other show. I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna throw that in there. I'm gonna ask Mario. Like, he really
Nah,
kicked
bro.
you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, it wasn't him that kicked me. We were beating him up because he came into our grito while I was punching him. Somebody, I forgot that guy's name. I don't think it was that guy Hellraiser or whatever. I don't think it was him. It was another guy that was with Shaquille in the yard that kicked me in the face, and I just went flying or whatever. And Shaquille was like, "Yo, I remember because I told that story also." I'm like, "Oh, look at that!" So now they better believe us, bro. So at first they were like, "Yeah, right," and I'm like, bro, if I'm gonna get on here, I'm not gonna show my face, tell a story, and you know what I'm saying? And it's all bullshit. No. And I'm not saying that he like approved it or whatever, but he said, yo, that actually did happen. Even with Mario Machete, he was like, yo, salute Mario. I heard about you. Little Mario, bro. That's you. And I'm like, and I had him on my show and I started meeting OGs because of that story. Bro, you fought Shaquille? Damn, bro, salute. And I'm like, I don't want to make a big thing out of it, but it was just because of a Nieta thing. He came into our circle and shit happened, you know.
yeah.
But
So
you know, yeah.
mhm. So
Yeah.
basically, like I said, the rap, like getting towards the end, is just that I want you to talk about like what do you want to do, like you let the people, the masses know that you have a channel, and what are you looking, what's the focus of Once Upon a Time out of Little Mario? What's your channel about, and what are you trying to achieve on your channel?
Well, basically, like everybody that subscribed to my channel and they heard my story, I'm not hardly making any videos anymore. Right now, I'm supporting everybody else's channel. Subscribe to them, this and that. Sometimes I make lives and everything. Number one, when you're making lives, okay, and I'm gonna be honest, and I want everybody to listen because this is the reason why I stopped. When I was making lives and I started talking about addiction, and then especially about the nietas, bro, the thing got so deep I didn't want to deal with it no more. I just stood back. I said, yo, I ain't going to deal with the trolls, with the haters. To this day, they still ask me, yo, Mario, you still dress like a woman? You a nieta, this and that. They accept gays, yo. I don't want to hear that. So for me not to hear it, I don't make no more videos. I support everybody else's channel. If I hear something that I don't like, I just leave there and I just go take a ride, go smoke a blunt or whatever. But I don't have to deal with that no more. And that's the whole reason why. Because a lot of things that people were saying were the truth, bro. That's what hurt me. The truth. When people were saying nietas were this, I was like, damn, bro. Most of it was the truth, bro. And I gotta admit it. I wasn't one because I was one that put in, but there was a lot of them out there, bro. That I'm like, that how can you represent, bro? Come on, man. Who told Pero I just gave up. So Once Upon a Time show with Sade, aka Little Mario, there goes my light. I didn't pay the bill.
Mm,
With Sade,
yeah.
aka Little Mario, I'm no longer hardly doing videos, but I'm supporting everybody, and everybody knows it. Channel. I jump on there, I talk, whatever. Little by little, I make a video just to have a nice time, but I'm no longer interested in the drama anymore that's going on. Maybe later on, yeah, because it worked for me because of YouTube and me sharing my story, I met a lot of people. To like I said, to this day, I'm clean. To this day, like Otillo or Pollo, or people that's in the chat right now, I still text me, Mario, you okay? Still call me,
Mhm.
Mario, you okay, Papa? Yeah, I'm good, bro. Just that's all we want to know. And that right there is what makes me damn, bro. Hell yeah. I got friends out there that I don't even know, bro. And the friends that I do know don't even call me, bro. Fuck y'all. But I'm just saying, you know,
I got you.
it's a whole different story now. So I just didn't like the drama on YouTube. And a lot of things,
I
like I
feel you.
said, was true, bro. It was
Right.
true.
It be a roller coaster ride. Like I've just got off of
Yeah.
a tough one. I ain't been on in a minute until like because it be toxic at times, but you get
Yeah.
over it. Like you say, you meet genuine people
Yeah.
up
You see, I
here,
threw a few
and
videos. A few weeks
Yeah,
ago, I went live. So I'm coming back little by little, and I'm just
I call
ignoring
him
the haters.
Zad. I call him Super, so he knows me. I call him Little Super Mario.
Little Super Mario.
Everybody, Super. I throw the Super, so he knows the difference.
Give me one
So
second. Let me turn this on. Hold on. Let me turn on the generator. Hold on. Hold on.
once again, I appreciate all of y'all out there for coming through, man. To, have this sit down with Little Super Mario, letting us know his past and up to date, man.
That's my generator. Now I got the lights back on before
Hey,
they
that's
run out.
what's up. The
Anyway,
energy
go
is real,
ahead.
man. That's the good thing about you. That's why I wanted to get this interview with you, basically, since I've seen you on the scene, because the energy and you coming from a real place and even surviving that prison situation. Because whether the guys that told all the stories, whether they're truthful, honest, or whatever, and I
Right.
know that was a real serious, nasty situation.
Right.
So
And as
to
you see,
survive
and
it,
everybody else could see, all the stories that I said were not war stories. I didn't say, oh, we did this, we did that. I got my ass kicked. I got cut. I got beat up. I always said that I got this and that. Maybe here and there I said that we did this and that, but most of my stories were like, yo, I got abused and I got tired of it, getting my ass kicked for a group of people that most of them were soft, but there was a lot of real guys. That's why I still ran with them. But I got cut up for people. You know what I'm saying?
right?
You know what I'm trying to say.
Rafiq, what up? Yeah, I got you.
Salute, Rafik.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, that's majority of the questions that I have. Oh, well, even when you was in it, a little bit harder, I would say back to 6 months ago. How did you feel when somebody would say about you talking about the prison stories and stuff in general? The haters, they would be like, oh, why are you talking about that?
Well, a lot of times I used to say that's bullshit. They used to say that's bullshit. We never heard of you, this and that. So at first, I wanted like somebody out there, yo, listen, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Say something or whatever, which a few did. Oh yeah, I remember Said, aka Little Mario, or whatever, from Spanish Harlem, who used to run with the Junta, most of them were NETAS. Which at first, like I said, that was at first because I didn't think nobody's gonna believe my story. Out of nowhere, I'm coming out saying I had a fight with Shaquille, and then Bad Vibes did this and that, and then Pimp shit out some razors. People gonna be like, hold on a minute. And you were next to Wildcat, and nobody would believe in at first. But then, of course, people started getting in contact with me and say, yo, don't worry about it, bro. You do your thing. You tell your stories. We know what's up. And that's when I started just saying, fuck it. Let me just say this and that. Whether they like it or not, this is the story. A lot of time I may exaggerate because, like I said, it's the once upon a time show. It's a show. I'm going to give you a show. So that's where my
Mhm.
energy comes from. Yo, this and that, once upon a time, and you know, it's a show.
Pretty
So,
much like anybody else, of course.
right, right, no doubt. But I always kept it
This can't be a
real. You know
lie.
what I'm
Yeah, it
saying?
could be a little bit of exaggeration. Just give
Exactly.
flat out lie.
And there's a lot of things that I can't say on here. I
Of
can't talk
course,
about this and that. Just like when you say, what's this and that? I say, oh, yeah, I was involved in the killing and boom, we got you. So
right?
I got to
Exactly,
watch what I got to say and twist it. But, I still
exactly.
have
Because I
much.
always tell people anyway. I ask questions just like I ask you a few things about you being incarcerated, just to get to the place of like what did you learn from it. But I would never,
Right.
during these interviews, ask anybody to sit up here and incriminate themselves or try to
Hmm.
exploit themselves to show how gangster they are, and then they turn around and they're getting locked up. Nah, I don't even put nobody in no type of nah. That's crazy.
Right. And like I said, I wasn't a killer in jail, this and that. But unfortunately, when I did get locked up during that time in the 90s, shit was popping off so much that it always ended up walking into a war, walking into something. And I'm like, damn, bro, even if you wasn't involved, you couldn't say, yo, that's not my beef. No, bro, you're involved. That's it. Boom, bam, you're getting
Yeah.
it too. And that's how it was back then. And I don't like talking about it because to me, that's war stories. To me, I want to forget it. My kids are listening. They're gonna be like, "Daddy, we told you about that," and I had told you
Right.
that was me in the past. But the way I
Right.
act now is the same energy I had when I was younger. So imagine, I was always jumping
Exactly.
around and
Max, what
always
up?
getting into shit.
So, like you said, what is it that you're doing every day to keep yourself occupied and you away from, saying addiction and keep yourself, saying happy and
I
away from
I got a routine going. Right now I got my own business and everybody knows what's my business. So I got a routine. I get up in the morning every day, 6 in the morning, take a shower, do whatever. Every day, drink coffee, go to the car wash the car, vacuum it. Every day I do this. And then I start doing my deliveries. So I do DoorDash deliveries and then I do my green room deliveries. Plus I got personal
Okay.
deliveries. So, I got three different deliveries that I be doing during the whole day. And bro, it's a lot of money because a lot of people out here, this is the country. Either the
Mhm.
stores are too far, they're too old, or they don't have a car, whatever it is. And Mario here, I'll drive, I'll get you $20 for 5 miles, I'll do it. And I got like 10, 15 people a day that I do that. So you count. I make good
Mhm.
money every day.
Right.
So whether it's a
Right.
dumb job, whatever, bro, I bring home a good two something a day, 7 days a week.
Right.
I do this every day, and it's only
Right.
4 hours a day, bro. Seven, eight, nine.
Right.
To by 12, 1 o'clock, I'm like this. I'm laying back.
Right.
So
Right.
I enjoy that. Keeps me
So
busy.
where the hell was that at 25 years ago, right?
No
No,
doubt.
no looking over your shoulder or nothing.
I enjoy it, and the thing is that everybody I've been out here 20 years, so everybody knows Mario. Everybody knows my past, and they see me growing every day. Every day I wake up, good morning, how you doing? To my neighbors, and I'm a different person than what I am on here. So on
Right.
here, I'm acting like a New Yorker. You hear my accent there, say, but when I'm out here, I'm like, hey, good morning, Mr. Mario, how you doing? I'm
Right.
more humble with everybody because everybody they're white out here. This is the country, North Carolina. I don't live in the ghetto. North Carolina does have ghettos, but I live in the
Hmm.
country, in the mountains.
Hmm.
You see, my
Right.
my internet always goes out, but
Right.
I enjoy it. Like I said, I don't have
Right.
to be like this, except for bears. Look out for the
Right.
bears.
Yeah, no, you look out for the bears.
Yeah, look out for me. I can't look, bro. But I'm glad that I left that life because if I would have stood out there, I would have still been on drugs. I would have still probably been in some kind of gang because me, I was always part of something. I was never alone. That was just me. It wasn't for protection because I always put in mine. It was always because I wanted to be part of something. Always.
Right.
So if you was a known group or whatever, yo, I want to be part of that, bro. I'm down too. Break dancing, yo, I want to be down with you, bro. I'm down too. I could break dance, graffiti, whatever
Mm.
it is. I want it to be part of. So I know I'll be part of some kind of gang or something that'll get me in trouble. Now I'm back in jail because I'm stupid, and I admit it. I can't go back to New York. I can't. I'll go
Mm.
visit. 2 days later, I'm back home, bro. Back in my
Right.
house. I
That's
miss
what's
it.
up.
I
Ain't
miss
nothing
it, but I
never
don't miss it. No doubt.
ain't nothing wrong with knowing yourself. That
20
keeps
years, bro, with the same woman. With the same woman for 20 years, bro. And that's a miracle, bro. So,
you.
yeah.
Hey.
And I could
Well,
have
I
lost
mean,
all that. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say because there's no more questions, bro. Is there anything else that like I said that you want to butt up for when you do future things on your channel, or is it something that I didn't ask you that you would like the people to know about yourself or what you got going on before we get out of here?
Basically, everybody that's in the chat knows me because I speak about it almost every day in their channel. So, there's really
Right.
nothing to add to it. They know Mario. So, they probably wanted to hear what I got to say. Oh, we heard that already. But I appreciate all the friends that I made on here from you to Light to True to Victoria to everybody that's in the chat, IP also that I met. I appreciate y'all because I don't have friends. Out here, I'm a loner. I never hang out with nobody. This is my friends on here. You know why I like it? Because at the end of the day, all I gotta do is just click off and I'm gone. I don't have to say see y'all no more, whatever, until I get on here. And that keeps me out of trouble. So you could go out there and do the crime, whatever, but I know I'm here safe in my house. But that's,
Right. Oh no, another one. We wait till he come back before he wrap it up again. Any God, I just text you. Thanks for coming through. We're gonna let Mario come back, y'all, and then we're gonna finish it up because I had all the questions, and I don't unless unless if anybody unless y'all too unless there's somebody, even though like he said majority of everybody is already friends, but unless y'all got some questions,
My
Mister,
bad. I keep
anybody
losing.
got any question?
That's what
Flush, your
happens when you live in the mountains, bro. You lose your signal.
your, your boy Zaz said that's the bear in your yard. True said flush.
Flush. Salute to I could see everybody. Salute True,
Dollar
Friendly
Bill Will,
Extortion,
thank you,
Dollar Bill,
bro.
y'all. Salute Dollar Bill. I
Right.
know Dollar Bill for a minute also.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I appreciate y'all coming to visit me, my man True. I mean True. T History
Yeah,
show over
same
here.
thing. That's what we gotta
I
do with
owed
True.
him.
That's
Yeah, I
yeah.
owe T History a long time, bro. You finally got me. And look, I'm
You're
outside.
finally good. And he's outside. Kamala,
Yeah.
thanks for coming through. I see Kamala TV. Yeah, man,
Oh,
but
my
it's all
boo.
good. Hey, everything works out to good time because, like I said, I've been off and I ain't had nothing going on. So this work, it
No
worked out
doubt.
in it best. Like they say, certain
No
things
doubt.
happen and timing is good. So it was better. But
No
like I
doubt.
said, before we get out of here, with somebody else, somebody from the chat, y'all want to ask Super Mario something before we get out of here because
Dun,
all
dun,
the
dun,
questions
dun.
is gone and I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all telling me
And
this
just
was a
because
great
I don't make
video.
videos no more, I still tell people, do what you gotta do. Get on here, make videos, make content. You know what I'm saying? That's what you like. At first, I was into it. But like I said, the business that I got now, I'm more into this. If I get, look, another thing about YouTube, which Warpath has warned me, he said, Mario, if you get so addicted to this, you're going to lose your family. And yo, to tell you the truth, when I was making videos, my wife used to be like, "It's time to eat. Let's go out." And I used to
Look,
just push her away, because I want to be on YouTube. This is an addiction too, so I had to push myself away and do something else. And that's why I started doing this. And look, I still get on YouTube every day, but it's an
John
addiction. It's an
John
addiction.
was John Illuminati was asking, well, how do you feel about being positive? Well, being positive versus being negative, obviously.
It feels much better. Number one, because now I'm making legit money. I don't have to look over my shoulder. I don't have a boss, bro. I'm my own boss today. And years ago, I was always working for the next man. So it took me 20 years to finally become whatever, but I earned it. It took a long path. This didn't happen overnight, people. I didn't just come to North Carolina and I got a house. No, I had to earn everything. We started living in a trailer when I first lived out here. Everything I had to earn, work for. 20 years later, I'm still here. And yes, I slipped, but then I came back. Then I got on here and I told you, everybody, listen, I slipped. I need your help. And people
That's
started reaching out. And here I am. I'm still here.
that's
So
what's
it's
up,
because I
man.
don't make videos
And I
doesn't
appreciate
mean,
it.
oh, he relapsed, he messed up. No, 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 no. I'm on here every day and people know it.
Right.
You know?
That's good stuff. If they only knew, your brother said you just want to appreciate you for being a good team player and a good dude overall.
No doubt, no doubt.
And
Salute, bro.
Big Bro OG True Let's Talk said he got a question: is you his road dog or not?
Of course you're my road dog, Papa. That's my brother. And I gotta do it like that because that's my brother. And like I said, I still give people love. It's not a gang thing. This is a brother association, friendship, family to me today. Whatever y'all heard about in the past, I was the past, the way it was running. But True knows the true meaning of what we represent. That's why I could tell True,
You-
he's my brother. Yes, I am your road dog. Since day one, that I'm like, yo, True, what's up? We became friends. And look, And he's in
Yeah, that's
Florida,
what's up.
bro.
Right.
You
Now
know,
y'all eventually should meet. That ain't too far of a stretch. He ain't too far from you.
my father lives out there, and I said one day when I go visit
Yeah,
my
you go
father,
see
I'll
him.
go see
Right.
him. Yeah, no doubt. But I appreciate everybody that came. I appreciate T History for having me here. Nobody got questions. It's getting a little cold. I gotta go.
Yeah. All right. We'll get it next time, Joe. Hey, so like it was a great one, man. Everybody appreciate it, and I appreciate
No
all of
doubt.
y'all, man. Super Mario, thank you for finally doing it, and get inside because it's getting cold and the bear's getting hungry too. So you don't want to feed him. Yeah.
I'm
Hey.
not Little Red Riding Hood. I can't go to grandma's house. Nah, let me stop. No doubt, bro. So look,
Chad,
let me pack everything
everybody.
up.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, peace out. I was just gonna talk to them anyway. I was talking to them. So go ahead, wrap it up. Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right,
wrap it
bro.
up. All right,
Salute,
peace
my
out to
brother.
the
I'm out of here. All
peace. Hey
right.
man, everybody in the crowd, I appreciate y'all. This 702, Zad, IP, John Illuminati, everybody that came through, family, nothing but love. I appreciate y'all came and had a good time. True. We'll see you when you set up your live. And if that's what you're gonna do, Mister, thank you for coming through. Everybody, man, y'all have a blessed night. I know somebody else or the family will probably go live or something. And once again, on Kamala TV, when you're doing something or whatever, be trying to check on you. All of y'all, man, I appreciate y'all once again, man. Got to get it right, baby. We just made history because y'all was here holding it down, man. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all night. Until the next time, we out. Appreciate y'all. Friendly extortion, thank you, brother.